So I just watched a commercial on democratic socialism and a link to a pop culture article on the Washington Post website. And in this commercial, there were all these rappers and singers and artists and actors talking about how great socialism is and democratic socialism, and how because it's democratic, it's not going to lead to, the apocalypse. And in it, they were saying how democratic socialism will lead to equality and it will lead to everyone who wasn't born with an advantage having an advantage. And because, you have to look in the comments section, I did. And I looked, and all of these young people with links to their Twitter pages were talking about how great this is and how they wish they'd known about this sooner in 16 and all this stuff. We are officially at a point where people are advertising dangerous ideologies to children. But yet, conservatives don't want to hear this. You all don't want to hear that obviously the platform that we were running on before Trump, and thank God for him, because if he didn't inject this populism in, we wouldn't have any youth base, is obviously not appealing to young voters. I don't know why this is so complicated. Obviously, read the Federalist Papers, and talking about how great the Founding Fathers are, and they were, is not appealing to young voters. We are driving people into the arms of socialist candidates like Ocasio-Cortez, who I just call Octagon in my head because it's just too long of a name. We are driving people into the arms of Bernie Sanders, who was coming across as this great humanitarian, and I guess they call him Obi-Wan Kenobi. We are doing this because we are providing nothing else to these people. Remember this, a lot of young people in 2016 who were Bernie Sanders supporters voted for Trump. They voted for Trump not because they suddenly fell in love with the GOP, but because they fell in love with a little bit of his populism. Young conservative leaders have to stop doing this thing where they think that only the GOP platform is accessible, that we have to save people from democratic socialism and liberals, and we do, and bring them only to the GOP platform. It's better to have some independence that we can sway back and forth than to have a solidified democratic socialist base. This is getting scary. We have kids marching in the streets to take away their own rights, and adults in Congress and in the Senate goading them on. Wake up, guys. We got a whole thing of young voters that are going to tip the election really soon.